Hey everybody, Kevin here, back for episode 3 of If I Were. Just to get this out of the way, so I have a ton of cards here, probably 20 or 30 more. So I'm going to try to do 20 or 30 more episodes, but I think the community I'm trying to build is, if you're looking for some help or you're like, Kev, what would you do if you were me? That's where you can comment or shoot me an email, and I'd be more than happy to get this in on a note card and get it into rotation. So here we go. I'm gonna just randomly pick one right here. Cool, I like this one. So this is, if you were working in higher education as an alumni director, how would you tell your story to build the community? So this is pretty fitting. We've done some work with an alumni office here in DC, and I think the thing that I see is all these little pockets of different alumni groups for obviously different class years, different ethnicities. So the Black Alumni Alliance, the Latino Alumni Alliance. I think you have to realize that you have all these little subsets of alumni in different age groups in different locations of the country. I would actually start figuring out how you can make content, again, audio, video, photos, written word, whatever it might be, how you can create micro content that is super specific to that demographic and to that area. So let's say you work for a large institution, you're alumni director, and you know you have a huge alumni gathering out in the West Coast or in the Midwest or in the East Coast. I would try to create targeted content that adds value to them. So for example, if I'm an alumni on the West Coast and I went to Penn State, I would create some content that says, you know, the top 10 things that young alumni can do out in California, or the top 5 events happening in New York City that Penn State alumni can get involved in. So that would be one thing, is create very specific content for the demographic you're trying to reach. Again, the second thing, and I alluded to this back in episode 1 of being a nonprofit director, but if you're telling me you are an alumni director and you're the kind of the top tier person, a VP potentially, I think you need to create the face of alumni. Obviously, I know from the work that we've been doing, you're probably going out fundraising events and very high level events, but I think you need to create a digital brand for yourself as well, so people can connect with you and actually put, you know, a face to the email signature at the end of a newsletter, or put a face to the monthly magazine that goes out. So creating a digital brand, I think, would be huge for yourself. The last thing, as an alumni director, you're trying to tell your story and build a community. Again, it has to fit your personality. Going back to these other subsets in my first point, there's probably all these different subset Facebook groups, Twitter groups, forum boards for all these other alumni. I would go in there and actually start engaging there. Again, not as a defensive way, but as an offensive. See what people are talking about. Maybe they're young alumni now that are starting to have kids or babies, or maybe there's another subset that are celebrating their 20th year out of college. I would go into these groups and just engage, just like you're an average person, just as you're in an event, but do it through Facebook, Twitter, or any other type of forum that you may have. I think the minute you can get out there on the offense, I think it's the better. So those would be 3 ways that I would tell the story, build a community, and help grow your role as the alumni director. Again, if you feel so compelled to, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And like I said in the beginning, if there's something that you're struggling with or some help you need and I can help you, please let me know. Thanks, we'll see you next time.